A very warm welcome to another episode of Fauza's Diary. If you are looking for something little and yet inspiring, then you have stumbled upon the right show. That's the beauty about my diaries. They inspire us, they encourage us, but also they make us think. Joining me today on this special conversation is none other than my sister friend, Ambassador Adeshola Onadipe. I'm not going to go further on the introduction because I would love for her to introduce herself. And then what I want you guys to do as you're watching us, I would love for you to sit back, relax, get a drink, whatever you enjoy having, and listen, because this is an interesting conversation. Welcome, Sissy. I'm so glad that you said yes for us to have this special edition of Fauza's Diary. Please take a little bit of time and introduce yourself. Yes, before we kick in.
Yeah, thank you so much, Fauza. It's always nice to have you. And I think this is my second time on your show.
Yes.
And the first time we're like, we're still trying to get to know each other more, but it was still fantastic then. But now I feel like I'm talking to a very dear sister, a sister that I can really, open up to, support, do what I could, what I can, when I can. And I can go naughty with even sometimes.
And we like dancing too, don't we?
Of course, we love dancing. So thank you so much for having me. My name is Ambassador Adeshola Helen Onadipe, and I'm from Nigeria in Africa. But right now, I'm in UAE, in Dubai precisely. And I'm the founder and publisher of Ladies in Business magazine. I'm also the vice president of Shortlet's business. And I'm also the founder of Business Innovation Academy. And I'm also the CEO of a SHOLSKONCEPT event. I do quite numbers of businesses, right? And, just like what I used to tell people, one business is okay, two businesses is okay, but if you can do more in this kind of economy, in the situation that we have this time around, you can't keep up with just one company. You just have to, have as much as you can. So I have 4 companies, both in Nigeria and here in Dubai. I've literally been in Dubai for about 2 years now. And then for everything I've been doing in Dubai is the same thing I've been doing back home. I didn't start afresh. I've been doing everything back home. And this is where I found myself with you.
I love that. I love that. But I also love what you said. I call her Shola because that's how close we are, but you are not allowed. You better use her full names. But I love what you said, Sissy, in that 1 is okay, 2 is okay, but if you can do more, why not? And that's something that I have also consistently been intentional about, and it's because you can't always put all your eggs in one basket. But even more so, I've realized that many of the successful people that we know today, they have a couple of different investments, couple of different businesses and this, and which is a good thing because you're expanding. Yeah, you're expanding your reach, you're expanding your territory. But I want us to, since you've shared that, I'm sure there is someone watching and listening and like, oh, they think it's easy to get this thing done, but sometimes some of us, we don't really know. So what has been your strategy to mirror all those things that you do together? Because many people, I always say, they only see the glory. They want what you got, they want what you do, but they have no idea what goes on behind the scene. Could you please talk a little bit about that?
Behind the scene is the is the thing that you can't really show. Even some that you decided to show is not even the real behind the scene. Right. See, like I used to tell people, it's good to do what you're very passionate about. For all the businesses that I've been doing, I'm extremely, passionate about them. And I did not just start just like that. One begets another, the other begets the other, on and on like that. And if you look at my portfolio of my businesses, they still fall into, like almost the same category, okay? And at the same time, first of all, like I said, passion is key. If you're passionate about whatever you're doing, you're going to continue finding creativities, ideas, best way to do it and how to do it. And therefore, you will be able to navigate from A to Z, and you'll be able to say, okay, you know what? This is what I need to do with this. This is what I need to do with it. And but the basic and the most important thing is passion. Even though you have the money, you don't have passion for whatever you're doing. That's why you see some people opening up a fashion business. They don't have idea of what it takes to open up a business, but they just open it, and after a year or after 2 years or a while, they close it up because there is no passion given behind it. There is no value added. There is no purpose driven for the cause of why you're doing a certain business. And that is key. And if you have that passion, it's gonna be like an energy fueling you with the strength to continue to move on how to do it in the times that you are struggling, in the times that you don't have profits. You just want to keep on keeping on because you know and you believe that you're going to get there someday. So it's not an easy task at all for you to keep up with 1, 2, 3, 4 businesses. But if you can, please do. But if you can't, do what you can. But at the same time, for us, we have been, solidified with this passion that I've been talking about. And we have failed. Seriously, we have fought so many times. We've been broken, we've been pieces, depression, so many things have come into play when you're doing your businesses. But you know what? The passion just keeps you going. Like I can remember in Nigeria, I do events also, like I said, a lady literally smashed a cake I made for her on the floor in my presence. And she has not paid. She did not pay. She was supposed to pay upon delivery. And when she saw the cake, it was like, this is sky blue. I did not want sky blue. This is not the blue I wanted. And she collected it with annoyance and smashed it on the floor in my presence and told me to go away. I was like, what? Wow. I felt so bad, terrible about that. But hey, I learned my lessons that there is different colors. There's sky blue, there's royal blue, there's deep blue. You understand? So all these failures, they keep you up. They are the equipment that you need to grow. You understand? The other one I failed also the other time was on timing. I failed to deliver the cake on time, and it wasn't my fault. The car broke down on the express. I had to try to fix it up. I couldn't. It was late before I could deliver the cake to the event. And when I get there, the lady was like, I'm sorry, the time to cut the cake has passed, so therefore I can't take this cake anymore. I'll send you my account details. You transfer back my money to me. And I was like, whoa. I said, okay, it was a huge one, very big cake. I said, okay, just let me cut the cake and give the guest just to have a taste of how beautiful and nice, yummy the cake is. So, she said no. She refused to allow me to even cut. I said, I'm going to refund you back your money, but just let me cut it. I can't take this cake back. She said no. Anyway, I ended up giving the cake to the securities. They had a nice birthday that day.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. There is always someone who will put to use some of these things, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I learned my lessons from then that timing in business, there is no excuse. It's none of anybody's business that you can't deliver at the right time. You should deliver.
Yeah, people don't care. People don't care.
Exactly.
They want service, isn't it?
Exactly.
That is a lifelong lesson right there, Shola.
Thank you.
And I want us to go now a little bit further with this, because you are sitting on different avenues. And I know that what brought us connected actually was on the publication side, on the Lean Biz magazine.
Yes.
And I would love for you to share a little bit about that, because it's before I add what I would like to share also. Please talk to us a little bit about the magazine and why you
Yeah,
decided to do it, because I love what you have said earlier, the passion, but we also need the vision. We need our why. I always say that, you know, your why is what will motivate you. Your why is what, when the going gets harder, when the cake is smashed on your face, your why is what will
absolutely.
encourage you. You know, when they
Absolutely.
don't want to pay you, your why is what will motivate you. I always say, if
Yes,
you wake me up 2 a.m. and say, I would love for you to come and mentor these young girls, I will be happily jump in the car and come, because there is a why, there is a motivation, there is a purpose, there is a vision, right?
absolutely,
No,
absolutely,
I would love for us to
absolutely,
talk a bit about that. And even
absolutely.
despite the hurdles you've just shared, you know, you are sitting on different businesses. And let's talk a bit about the magazine and the publication. How has that
Yeah.
journey been for you? Because it
Well,
looks easy when you have people on the cover, but shucks, it takes a lot of time.
sleepless nights, errors, correct the English, editing, pictures up, pictures down. Oh my God, it's not easy. Okay, now, so let me just go to the straight point of how that, I've come into play to be one of my businesses. I actually left the banking job, that I was doing back home in Nigeria. I was, in the banking industry for like about 14 years in 3 different banks in Nigeria. So, because of what I've been doing for myself, of how, perfect. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect. I've worked in the different sessions in the banking industry, in the customer service, the RLS, the reception, the talk of different sessions in the banking. So I've worked there. So I have this, wild knowledge and understanding. Even in the call center, that people do call me, I have received quite numbers of awards in the bank also. So I said to myself, if I can do this for the bank, I should try to do something for myself and see how far I can go about it, right? So
Yeah.
I started with event management business. That was my first business. And why did I decide to choose event management? Because that is what I can easily do fast without going for training. That's what I've actually been doing right from childhood. Anyway, where I come from, we do a lot of parties.
I know. Rain, money, rain, rain, rain.
Yeah,
I love Niger parties.
absolutely. So,
Ah,
that was something like a easy breezy, for me to just lynch on and just started flowing. Of course,
yeah.
thereafter I started to go on, learning it professionally, the different sessions of events, the protocols, the catering, the decorations, what have you in event management. So afterwards, I started to go professional about it, and I, got some certificate from that in Nigeria. So while I was doing that, I discovered that there are a lot of women, ladies doing wonderfully well for themselves, because I used to
Mhm.
attend conferences, trainings, and all that, what have you. So I was like, you know what? All these women, who is showcasing them? I don't know them, and I'm sure so many other people didn't know them.
Yeah,
And there
that's
is this
right.
kind of Steve success ladder that people are trying to climb, and it's so tense and with a lot of pressure that
Mhm.
women are literally trying so hard to do all these things for themselves. So I said that, okay, it's going to be very difficult for Forbes, or any good magazine out there to recognize them, because hey, those ones already have their kind of societal
That's, yeah,
setup of category of people they want to feature, they want to showcase.
yeah.
Maybe, the politicians, business gurus, governors' wives, and all those big names in the industries, right? But that's
And
fine. And I
do
said
you
to
do,
myself,
do you think Fauza is in that?
of course, we are in that. And that is why I said, hey, we are all successful in our own capacity. But the
Absolutely.
fact that I've not been able to, build a huge high-rise or conglomerate of businesses doesn't
Hmm.
mean I'm not doing well. I'm
Absolutely.
trying and I'm making it happen in my
Hmm.
own little way. So
Hmm.
I said, can we have a magazine to showcase all these women?
Hmm.
And that was how I started back home in Nigeria in 2018. And when I started, people were like, yes, 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 because you can see people feeling it, that everybody want to be seen, heard, and
Hmm.
recognized, right?
Hmm.
Everybody want
Hmm.
to have an entitlement of ownership of belonging of their own success, whether big or small, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I mean, in Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of human wants, they talk about self-esteem. And that gives me, I said, that really gives me the boost to say that, you know what, let's have a platform for these women coming up, for them to reign and shine. And that was the starting and the beginning. Actually, I think I'm part of those women. I fall into that category because I was doing so well within my industry, but I wasn't really heard also. And I saw all those people within the, in the same category. And I said, you know what, let's make it happen for ourselves, by ourselves. And that was how I started Ladies in Business Magazine Global. And if you Google it up to today, there is no other person or no any other magazine named Ladies in Business Magazine. Yes, we have a lot of women magazines, but I said no. A woman is different from a lady, a female, young one coming up. They are already there, set up, made, achieved, done deal. But these people are trying to come up to be like them. So how can they be like them? We have to help them through the process to get here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that. I really love that. Yeah. I love that, Shola, because most of the time, I always call them the unsung heroes. And what I've learned, the unsung heroes, in my own experience, with my hustles and this, the things that I do as well, I realized that there are so many people doing really extraordinary things, but they don't have the platforms. And that is why also for me, having Fauza Diaries, it's also to have people, the normal people, like just us, who they are doing what they are doing in their own capacity, as you've said, with what they have, as you have shared, Shola, that we can have them here and share their journey. That's also one of the reasons why I started actually Fauza Diaries. It's to bring the unsung heroes, share their stories, because I know, Shola, when I hear your testimony, when I hear your journey, it encourages me. And I always, in one of my books, I've said, it's through sharing our stories that it encourages us. It gives me the permission to be able to stand in my own power, to be able to share vulnerably, to be able to say, it's okay, Shola failed also. She had to start from somewhere. She has done so many things. She has had to, go through ups and downs. I can also give my best. I can also do it.
To even add to the story, even my event management business, I didn't have enough capital to start it. You know what I started doing?
I love that.
I started selling wristwatches. Because I swear, I love wristwatches so much. And I needed capital. And I remember that when I was in the banking industry, you see all those people, they will bring nice stuff, but not too expensive, but they're going to send it like double or triple the prices for you because you're working in the bank, right? And you're going to pay, you drop the check. So you know what? I said, I'm going to start selling wristwatches. And I went to a guy where they're selling wristwatches back home in Nigeria. There's a place they call Computer Village. I went there. I told him, I said, a piece of a wristwatch, branded ones, but not real original, was being sold for like about 500 dirham then. Okay. Yeah. So I told him, I said, I don't have money. I don't have money. I have just about 1,000 dirham. I said, see, yes. I said, see, you're going to trust me. I need 10 pieces of these wristwatches. You have to package them for me, put them in a sack, well decorated for me. And I'm going to give you money for 2, and I'm going to take 10 away. And I promise you, I'm going to come back. I'll give you the money of the balance of the 8 pieces, and I'm going to take more. The guy looked at me. I was like, oh my God, but I don't know you. I said, yes, you don't know me, but trust me. I want to start selling this, and I'm going to be selling this. My sister, he trusted me enough. He gave me the 10 pieces of the watches, and I was selling each for like about almost 2,000 dirham. And I made the sales. I went back to him. I gave him back the money of the previous ones I was owing, and I took more, and I went back to sell. I had like about 4 or 5 trips only, and I was done, and I started my event business.
So you see now, these are the success stories that I love people to hear, Shola, because when people, they see you now, They only see you on the red carpet. People don't know, and that's what I always say, that
You don't know I've sold dishwashers before.
no.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that is so
They
cute.
don't
They
know,
don't
actually,
know.
and that's why sometimes when people don't know your story, they just see you as, some people, they assume that, oh, she has a billionaire husband, or she comes from a rich family, and they don't know what you've gone through or how you were able to get there. I think you're right. We need to share our stories sometimes, but some people, when they hear your story or when you are telling them of what to do, they believe that she's just talking, she can do it, she's just saying what she can't do. And that's why I used to tell people, somehow, I was able to have answers to most questions that people will ask me, because I have been there.
Exactly.
Well,
Yes, and because you have traveled the journey, you are
Yeah.
able to talk the talk and share the story, because
Yes.
this is your story, this is your journey, and how,
Mhm.
what a better way to share it when it
Yeah.
comes from directly from you. And that is so beautiful. That right there, that's what I call success stories, Shola, because
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
I always say, I have the same, and I always say to people, don't see only my glory. I want you to
Mm.
read my rising from the dust first. I
Yes.
want you to read transform fear to freedom first.
Yes.
I want you
Yes.
to read, awaken,
Mm-hmm.
to a life
Mm-hmm.
of purpose. Because when
Yeah.
you are able to understand me and to know me better, you will be able to understand, where I come from. I've had people sometimes say, oh, I want to be like you. I want to do, and that's why I mentor some people. But
Yeah.
I cannot be Shola, because when I say I want to be like you also, it's like saying the gift that God has blessed me with, has given me, they are not good for me. And one thing I also believe in, Shola, is that we have
Yeah.
all been called to do different things. Even if they look
Absolutely.
alike, you are in publication, I'm in publication as well, but it's totally two different publications. You know,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
we've
Yeah.
all been called to do different things. And that is
Yeah.
why, if people, because of, foolishness, they choose
Yeah.
not to believe that this is your story, then
Yeah.
we can't help them,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
So many times people apply this foolishness we're talking. They will say, I need money to start a business. I say, no, nobody's going to give you money. No bank is going to loan a starter money. They should loan you for a business you've not tested, that there's so many risks involved. No, families cannot even give you. You've got to work it out yourself. So I used to tell people, "See, I sold watches to gather money to start my event business. From that money, I was able to, register the business, open an account, do my business card, do my website, I do stuff, the basic setup to start the business. And that was how I started it. So there is always a price to pay, but I think most people want to avoid that price. They don't want to pay it.
That's a good point, Shola. But I also think it's because you haven't started yet, but you want to be here. You know what
Yes,
I'm
yes,
saying?
I know. Yeah.
Instead of taking the baby step. And that's why in one of my book, I've actually shared, don't be in a hurry to climb the ladder. Don't be in a hurry, because there will be just so much that will, in that process, because you are not following the steps. You can't
Yes.
be the CEO without starting somewhere.
Not
Possible.
possible.
So thank you so much, Sissy, for sharing that.
Thank
And
you. Thank you. My
we still
pleasure.
have a little bit of minutes. I want us to
Sure.
talk a little bit about. So one of the things that I am a part of Shola's endeavors, it's also that she just recently appointed me as one of her, a global chairwoman for Kenya chapter, and I'm so grateful for that. But I
My pleasure.
know I never take any godly opened doors opportunities for granted, but I know it's also because of the value that also she see with the things that I do. So Shola,
Absolutely.
I know
Absolutely.
the red carpet is getting ready. My dress is ready, yo. Listen, my dress is ready. I am ready. Woo, woo. So let's talk about
Kenya outfit. I want a traditional international outfit in Kenya touch, right?
yeah. Let's talk about She Awards Global
Yes,
that is
yes,
happening on the 12th of March in
yes,
honor of International Women's Day also, but also
absolutely. Yes.
honoring the women. You know, the women we were just talking about that they had to sell wristwatches,
Yes, yes, yes. I saw the wristwatches. Voila.
some had, oh my gosh, the list is endless. For them to
Yes,
start from somewhere. These
yes,
are what I call the unsung heroes. Shola, what
absolutely,
made you
absolutely.
awards? Because I think many people, they don't even understand the reason behind She Awards. Could you
Yeah,
please talk a little bit there about that?
yeah. Talking about starting small, I always tell people that there is joy in little beginning. You can tell and feel the process. You will know when you're growing. At that
Mm,
stage, you will continue to grow. And they used to say that slow and steady is the fastest way to success,
amen
right?
to
You
that.
don't jump. You don't jump, right? So regarding She Awards, it's the same thing. After, you know, curating and innovating the wonderful Ladies in Business magazine,
Mhm,
and I said, you know what? It's not enough to just showcase these people. It's not enough to just let them be seen and heard and recognized.
mhm,
We should applaud and award them and tell them, babe, you can be more. You've been doing this, you can do more and you can be better. You can be this kind of person or this kind of woman you are dreaming of to be.
mhm,
And I said,
mhm.
can we have She Awards, please? And that
Yes,
was the part of She Awards. And I
yes,
started it back
ma'am.
home in Nigeria. And I tell you, when we had it in Nigeria, it was an emotional atmosphere throughout. And that day when I had it, I just said to myself, oh my gosh, Shola, you have a lot to do. You have a lot of work to do.
Mhm, mhm.
Because I can literally seeing women shedding tears on the stage while they were receiving the award, that for the past 20 years, for the past 10 years, for the past 15 years that they've been working, it's like nobody's seeing them, nobody's awarding them, or nobody's even recognizing them, that this is the first time in their life they will receive an award. And
Yeah.
every one of them was saying the same thing. Even here in UAE, last year
Mhm,
when we had it, a lady, I don't know if I can mention her name. She's in the media also. She has worked in different media companies and all that. After the She Award, the first thing in the morning, she was the one that picked the call and called me. And she was literally sobbing on the phone, like, Shola, thank you so much. For the past 20 years, I've been in the media. This is the first time I will be awarded. And I was like, my pleasure. I just want to fulfill this part of need that I
mhm,
realize that is vacant, that people, the society
mhm,
decided to neglect and only
mhm.
awarding or recognizing just the people at the top,
Yeah,
forgetting that they come from somewhere as well, right?
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So She Award is about awarding and applauding those women to
Mhm.
tell them that they can be more and they can do more.
Mm,
And
I love that.
She Awards as no winner platform, no loser platform. Once you're nominated, you're already a winner, as long as you're able to meet up with the criteria. And the criteria are that you have your business running more than 1 year, you're a
Mhm,
woman, you
mhm,
have women on board with you, you have staff that are, female staff also,
mhm,
and your business is registered. And you also part of a community
mhm,
in your geographical location. Okay,
mhm.
so when we're able to meet up those criteria, we want to encourage them more to say, you know what, let's help you together. Because there is a way you give someone, when your child is trying to learn to write one, and you say, oh, yes, you're doing well, even though we know they've not done anything,
Yes,
right? But
yes.
that courage you're giving them will give them the opportunity to say, you know what, I've gotten this, I can't fail, I have to do more. I have to continue maintaining that status that I've gotten now. So that
Yeah.
is what She Award is all about.
And that is so beautiful, Shola. I love what you always consistently say, it's not just the top CEOs who have who they have done so much in the decades, in the merit of their of expertise and all that, they should only be the ones being recognized and voiced over. But it's actually the ordinary people who are doing their best, like what we have said. And it reminds me, like, you know, of my son Jasper. Let's say he has done something well. It's always like, baby, you've done so well. Here is, you know, you give them a small token or something. It encourages them to, you know, to go extra mile, like what you've said.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
So what will people expect? I love this. I love this, Yo, because I was one of the She Awards recipients last year.
Yeah.
And I was just everywhere. I can't
You were
even,
so beautiful, flaunting your gown.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I was just everywhere, honestly, because listen, for me, Sissy, you know, I think I've shared this before with you. For me, it's not just about me getting the award. It's also about me representing the girls, the young girls who
Yes.
I see myself. I see some of those girls in a corner. They're
Yeah.
giving up. They are going through
Yes.
abuse. They are going
Yes.
through depression, anxiety. So that's why I always say I stand as one, as me, as Fauza. But I
Yes.
know I'm not on my own. I am representing the girls and
Absolutely.
even the boys that sometimes I mentor, you know, that, hey, we are in this together.
Together, yes.
And that is so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Our time is almost up, Sissy. What will people expect? That's my final questions to you.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I mean,
please
they should be
share.
expecting great things, you know, wonderful women from different parts of the country, looking beautiful, colorful, and with different award categories, from the achievers categories down to the top ladies in business categories, down to the top corporate ladies in business categories, and down to the young female leaders categories. You know, as I'm saying this, we're still not leaving the younger ones behind. You know, as a mother of 3 wonderful girls, we don't have to leave them behind. We have to carry them along. So we have young female leaders, our Ds as well. And these are young ones that are doing something for themselves in the universities or just out of university, you know, representing or organizing or making up a community for their own work, because we can't be there to do it all. But hey, they decided to take it upon themselves and decided to do something, you know, within their own community. So we are recognizing the young female leaders in that area also.
I love that, because
Yeah.
those are the next generation of
Generation.
women that we need to
Absolutely.
impact, we need to
Yes.
empower, so that when you and me, we cannot rock those, well, no, we're gonna rock high heels and red lipstick until when, I don't know, right?
We will show.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But there will be now, it's like passing on the baton, right?
Yes.
So that you're saying,
Yes.
okay, now it's
Absolutely.
time for, let's say, your daughter to do this, to be
Yes.
running, you know, your businesses and this and this. This is what
Yes.
I call actually, um, you know,
Passing on the torch.
exactly. Exactly. Where will be She Awards event, and what timings will it be for someone who is
Yes.
watching us right now and they would love to
Yeah.
come?
Yes.
Are there tickets to be sold? How can they be a part of this
Yes. Yes.
global initiative?
Yes, people can actually register to be part of it. It's going to happen on March 12th at the DoubleTree Hotel, Eaton M Square in Dubai. And
Mhm.
it's going to start from 4 p.m. And we're going to have red carpets, nice video booths. The red carpet is going to be beautiful and awesome. Don't even joke about that. You should not miss that. So we're going to have the event starting properly by 6 p.m. And we're going to go virtual online also for people that couldn't come to Dubai, because we have absentia awardees also for people that are not coming, but we're going to award them in absence. Okay, so we're going to go virtual because of them. And for people that want to get the reservation ticket, you can actually DM us or go to our Instagram page at Limbis Global, and then
Mhm.
send us a DM or send an email to ladiesinbusinessmagazine at
Mhm.
gmail.com.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow. There you
Yeah.
have it here. I'm not gonna add anything to what my sister Shola has shared, because you know why? I always say, Shola, that I choose where I want to trade in. I choose where I want to be because of the value, the vision, the impact that you are creating. It's so beautiful. And that's why even when you asked me to be one of your ambassador and board chairwoman, I was like, yes, it's even an honor. And it's because you are, it's not just about you, you know, you are also impacting lives. You are honoring your why, you're honoring your God-given talents and your purpose. And I'm so grateful to you. May God bless you. May he be gracious to you. May he
Amen.
continue
I
to
use
lead
you.
you and guide you in everything that you do, Shola.
Amen.
I'm just so grateful that our paths have crossed. And
Me too.
yes, I look forward to dressing up.
Thank God. Yes.
And so for
Am I going
you,
to have some dancing of the women on the stage? Of course, you are one of the women. We're going to do a little dancing on the stage with maybe about 10 to 15 women, you know, to show the beautiful culture, tradition of different women from different nationalities looking beautiful and colorful on the stage.
I'm already dancing, Sissy. Let's leave these guys a little bit expectant.
Yes,
Let's not give them everything
absolutely.
because we want them to come. We want them to come. Thank you
Absolutely.
so much,
Yeah.
Shola. If you are
Thank
watching,
you so
please go to
much.
Leanbiz Global, Leanbiz Global. Get your ticket. Get your red carpet dress ready. Come. Don't just come, but invite someone. We also need men, of course.
Yes,
Shola also
we need the
deals with.
men.
Yes, so we
Yes.
need a man as
We need
well.
the men
So
to come with your wife and
bring
support
your
them.
boo, bring your boo, bring your babe, bring someone. You
Yes.
are welcome. Okay, the
Thank you.
tickets are
Thank
on
you so much.
sale, and please, if you really you can, this is one of the events that I purposely choose to be there and also to support my sister Shola because of the value and the impact that she is creating, not just on here, but global, not just in Dubai or in Nigeria, but even global. So this is something that I really feel that you should be there as well. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, unless you have anything else to add, Shola.
I'm done. I'm fine.
They
I
all
thought that I'm
know.
so happy to do this. And thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate. See
Thank you,
you
Sissy.
there.
Thank you, Sissy. Get your ticket, get your dress ready, get your dancing shoes ready too, okay?
Yeah.
And register because it's going to be so much fun. Wear double heel tone, okay? When? On the 12th of
On the 12th.
March, right? You got the dates. If you still need more reminders, the link is right here below this conversation. Just click, it's gonna take you to Shola's social medias and email address and just have a chat with her. Until then, stay safe. Don't forget to share this. Don't forget to subscribe, okay? And I will see you guys soon with another inspiring conversation just like this. Fauza's Diaries. We are here to bring you stories from real men and women so that we can learn from each other. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys soon.